wait a second. Being a circus artist isn't this fantasy dream living.
Because no one's maybe going to believe in you.
I hate that part. It's so hard.
It's hard.
That's the hardest part forever. It will be.
The community.
Yeah, we have like some good connection between circus people.
Never stop learning.
So like you feel the support a lot.
You might inspire the next Nobel Peace winner.
It's amazing.
The best part about being a circus artist is
traveling and make new friends.
The amount of people you get to meet.
The people that you meet.
Honestly, just meeting new people.
Meeting amazing people that shares the same passion as you.
I truly enjoy meeting interesting people and trying to understand how their mind works. I enjoy that a lot. And the fact that I always travel and the fact that I'm always seeing new people, new faces, it just opens doors.
We always have fun. I mean, like we share. We are not like a battle with each other, because when we see each other, we always like, hey, let's train together and let's be friends. And yeah, we have like some good connection between circus people. You know, like it's pretty good. And also when you meet some people like stronger than you, you're like, oh, I'm not jealous to those people. I want to train with them. Like when I see some people like stronger than me, I'm like, okay, can you take my hand and bring me with you and train together? Inspiring.
I'm quite an extrovert in that sense now, where I'm happy to just kind of go to side events and enjoy people's company and just getting to know everyone from every different culture, country. Yeah, traveling, making money from performing and, you know, making a difference in people's lives in that sense with your shows. And
I don't feel like I work at all, ever. It's my passion. I get to travel the world and do what I love. I wake up in the morning and always want to go, so it's amazing.
I love the way it challenges me in so many different ways. I love that it is constantly pushing me to be physically better, expanding my skill set, never stop learning. That's definitely just an ethos in this industry that I love. But then on the creative side and on the like production side, there's always more to learn too, and ways to find fulfillment mentally, physically, emotionally. So many different people you get to meet. I love my friends all over the world. That might be the hardest part too.
The community and the friendships, because you meet each other here and you meet each other there and around the world. We somehow so lucky that everyone is pretty good people. A lot of people are just very passionate and share like the same, and it's easy to form very strong connections and feel supported also, because we all know how hard it is to be here sometimes. So like you feel the support a lot, very precious.
There's a level of trust and meditation you can only get with the stakes of being a circus artist. So I talked about performing with Cirque Alphonse, and you can't explain it to somebody who hasn't done it, but when you're responsible for the safety in somebody's life who's doing a 3 high or vice versa, when somebody is there, the total amount of concentration, which in itself is like the highest form of meditation, because everything stops. The world around you doesn't exist. What matters is being in this moment. Being in this moment for safety, physical reasons, being in this moment because I believe it's a sacred duty when you're on stage to perform, because you might inspire the next Nobel Peace winner. You might make that kid who is crying smile, and then, you know, his life is better. So yeah, the best thing is
play, and you keep playing and you never stop. I think that's really what makes this job the best job in the world.
The worst part about being a circus artist is that...
That's easy. Missing my family, being far away from my family, never knowing when I'm gonna see them again, missing big life events, sad or happy. That's the hardest part forever. It will be.
Not being based anywhere, it's hard. I like the idea of having a home. And for me, home is basically just a suitcase. That is hard. That is hard.
When your passion is also your job, you have to do what you love, even when you don't feel like it.
Love relationships, for sure.
Traveling away from your friends and your family, meeting amazing people that you have to say goodbye after a few months or a few weeks.
Getting hurt. Like This year, I just turned 29 years old. I feel like kind of a little bit old, but I'm not that old. It's not like before when I was young, I don't have to like warm up that much, but now I have to take care of myself a lot before I'm doing things. Like I have to make sure that everything is good, warm, flexible before I'm doing things. Sometimes depending on discipline you do. Like my discipline, tight wire, if you have no place to train, sometimes like when I had a contract.
Sometimes when you go to some countries and you enjoy where you are and then you have to leave a month later, it's just the constantly moving with your suitcase, and honestly missing my friends as well. Like when you're placed somewhere for so long and then you have to move away and your friends move as well, it's always quite sad in that sense.
I always think it's like it takes so much energy to trust in your own work. In a way, like there will be moments where no one's there to hire you for like XYZ time, and you gotta keep trying. You gotta keep believing in your own product or your own self, keep training. You gotta keep like that believing part. Sometimes it's like the biggest like mountain, because no one's maybe gonna believe in you at times, and it has to come from you, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else gonna believe in yourself, and it can at times be tough. It's really like, this is not a path. If you want like an easy path, you don't choose this path. Huh? Well, we already kind of know that. That's sort of when you feel like you're alone in it. Like no one's behind, even though you know the community is behind you, but everyone else is busy and you're like, and then, you know, if you keep believing, it's always gonna work out.
People think it's always awesome. And just like real life, not every contract is great, not every condition is great, but there's always this notion like, oh, good for you, but what are you gonna do when you don't do circus? And it's like, wait a second, being a circus artist isn't this fantasy dream living where we're globe-trotting and the conditions are the best. So I think the worst part is the perception that the public has of what it means to be a circus artist, because it really diminishes the struggles that we go through.
Your community is all over the place, so it's heartbreaking sometimes to meet such lovely people, and you get very close to people, especially like in a production, and you're never with them together again, and sometimes you're all alone at home base, which is Montreal for a lot of us, and then sometimes you're alone.
Saying goodbye. I hate that part. It's so hard, but the beauty in it is hopefully cross paths again, and you know, it's an amazing time in the world in that way. Like for all of its challenges that we're all facing together right now, I think we are stronger at our intersections, and so getting to meet people all over the world that have similar values of like care is pretty amazing, unlike other times in history.